Part 2, Diversity in the Living World. There is a large variety of organisms around us. Some we can see and some we can't. Each of these are different kinds of organism is called species. Earth has millions of such species. This refers to biodiversity, or the number and type of organisms that are present on the earth. If you look around, you may see some potted plants, trees, pet, some insect also. If we increase our area to dense forest, we will see more plants and trees, more birds and animals. When we explore new areas or even old ones, new organisms are continuously added to the surroundings. Local names of some plants and animals vary from place to place, and so it becomes very difficult to communicate about it. To give them a standard name, organism is studied and described correctly by the scientist. This is called identification. Biologists around the world come together with their studies and give scientific names based on the agreed principles and criteria. ICBN is International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, while ICZN is International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. Naming system practiced by all biologists is called Binomial Nomenclature and is given by Carlos Linnaeus. This system brought people all over the world to come down under one scientific name for one described organism. This name is not repeated for any other organism. Scientific name of mango is Mangifera indica. Mangifera is the genus name and indica is the species name. Nomenclatures has some rules, like the name should be Latinized irrespective of its origin, meaning the name should be in Latin language. The first word represents the genus or the generic name, and the second word is the specific epithet or the species name. The third word represents abbreviation of the author who named it, but it's not important. Genus name or the first word starts with a capital and species or the second word in the lowercase. Both words are written separately. If they are handwritten, then they have to be underlined. And if they are printed, then they are to be in italic fonts. So these are the rules of giving names. It is impossible to study all organisms individually, so the process of grouping them in convenient categories is followed. And this process to put organisms in groups is called classification. Alsatians are dogs, and there are many different dogs. Similarly, all different dogs are mammals. There are many different mammals, and all mammals are animals. There are many different animals as well. So, they are all different categories. These scientific categories are called taxon. Alsatian is a taxa, dog is taxa. Mammal and animal are also taxa. This process of classification is called taxonomy. Internal external structure, the development processes, the cell structure and the ecological information all are essential to form the basis of modern taxonomic studies. Characterization, identification, classification and nomenclature are the processes that are basic of taxonomy. Humans were always interested in knowing diversity of organisms and usefulness of them and the relationship amongst them. Branch of science that studies all this is called systematics. In Latin, systema means systematic arrangement of organisms. The scope is to include identification, nomenclature and classification. Linnaeus used systema nature as his title of publication. We study this to understand the next part called the taxonomic categories.